Hey, what is up, everybody? Today I want to talk about Divergence, and I really want to talk about particular thing that happened in this uh, free comic book day issue that DC was putting out. Um, and I really want to talk about the Superman preview and the revelation that Lois Lane has revealed to the world that Superman is Clark Kent. And I've seen some backlash on Twitter regarding the character and how, you know, how like that's not Lois Lane, and I would have to agree. I really, really, really didn't like what Lois Lane did. It's definitely out of character for her, um, and it kind of was sudden because reading Superman 40, and at the end, she kind of got, you know, an inkling that two and two together. Superman was injured, Clark Kent's injured. Hey, maybe there's something here, and to reveal it already, just a month after, without having to flesh out the consequences and what Lois Lane's mental state is and how she's going to go about this and kind of the background behind the revelation. It seemed so sudden, and it wasn't executed very well. It wasn't even a decision like this, outing Superman like that, needs to take time. And you could have built this up for maybe 4 to 5 issues, maybe put a backup story in Superman, just chronicling Lois and her journey and her battling, not only possibly the story of the century, but also you know the relationship with Clark and that how that's going to affect it. And we know it's going to affect it in a negative way because we saw basically in this preview, Clark is basically in hotel rooms having to stay anywhere so people won't recognize him. And I wish we could have got that. I wish we could have fleshed out that story just a little bit more instead of getting this kind of, it seems like it feels so cheap how they just put it in a preview without having to explain, you know, uh, Lois's mental state and kind of her journey throughout that. And it really, really irritates me that they did something like that to such a iconic character um, within the Superman universe. And you know, it really, really disappointing. I hope they do. Maybe when the issue 41 comes out in June, that they dedicate some time, maybe some backup stories to Lois, maybe explain how we got to this point, because that would be really refreshing. That's really needed right now, because right now, I mean, I've seen some of the tweets that that are just angry about what happened to Lois Lane, and you know, it's just not her. And I really don't know what's going on with the super universe right now, the Superman universe. Getting a new costume. Like, I was okay with the costume, but ever since this came out and this revelation, how kind of how disappointed I was. I just started to just think about all the things that are happening in June with Superman, with the new power. I mean, I'm okay with the new power. The new costume just seems like, excuse me, the new costume. I was optimistic when they first revealed the picture of it a couple months back. But now I'm just kind of like, why couldn't you just keep the costume? You already did a costume change before. You like changed the boots or something like that, and now he's wearing a t-shirt and jeans, and he has a new haircut, I guess. That really, you know, I started to really um, you know, look at the super books in June and where their state is right now, and in June we're actually having it's a crossover event basically, with all these super books, and I think it's called Truth. So here we go again with another crossover book. I always try to push, at least try to get people to at least try a Superman book, but it's so hard. Like it's so hard because they're doing these crossovers, and I don't. If I'm pushing, if I'm pushing people like, hey, read Action Comics, it's really good, but then to have Action Comics tie in with other books, and that's just, you know, I just wish they would just flesh their stories out within their own books, just for once, because we just came out of Superman Doomed, and I just kind of want June to be, hey, issue 41 is a fresh start. Go ahead and just pick up Superman and kind of enjoy and see what happens. But you're gonna have to be picking up Action Comics and Batman, Superman, and Superman, Wonder Woman. And it's just hard for me as a Superman fan to, you know, um, kind of promote these books when you have to pick up other books. Um, so yeah, that's really all I want to say on the Lois Lane thing. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts about it. How do you guys feel about it? I mean, there was a lot of revelations in this free comic book day issue, especially with Jim Gordon becoming the new Batman. I mean, that probably overshadowed what Lois Lane did, but um, you know. So let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Lois Lane um, outing Superman. That's Clark Kent. And um, so yeah, let me know in the comments below. Are you guys picking up Superman? Any super books this coming June? I know it's hard because with the crossover, and crossovers just it's just not. I mean, it's just not a right formula for readers to just keep staying on books. When they hear crossover, it's just a signal to drop the book and just not even care about it anymore because it's in a crossover. And these crossovers usually last 3 or 4 months, and the payoff is rarely um, successful. Especially with what happened with Doomed, it just fell so flat that it's really hard for me to recommend any more Superman books until we see some consistency, and I can't really recommend Superman books right now for June because there's going to be a crossover. So let me know if you are picking up any Superman books, if you're going to try out the new, um, trying out the crossover. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about Lois Lane, um, and DC's, kind of direction they're going with the character. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will definitely be checking out your videos throughout the week. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.